Hey, so I want to do something a little different. Welcome. This is Irene with CB's Media Faith, Love, and Trans. Hope you are happy, loved, and blessed. And I was just seeing, the recent news about KeKe Palmer. Things keep coming up about her. Of course, she recently had a baby with her boyfriend. Uh, Then they were talking about how she was scantily dressed with her backside exposed a lot. Some type of see-through number she was wearing um, at an Usher concert, and she was grinding on Usher in this little outfit. Then her boyfriend or baby daddy had something to say on socials after this. And then I also seen rumors of the two of them breaking up, that he possibly cheated and that she was done with him. Now I'm seeing the fact that they may not be broken up and that he never said this, that he was broken up with her. And it's just a lot of confusion. It also reminds me of when Jamie Foxx was going through his health issues and we were getting all these conflicting reports. We weren't sure. Well, there was a lot of silence, for one. And then we were getting some conflicting reports of what was wrong with him. And I still, to this day, don't know 100% what's wrong with him, but I'm glad that he's speaking out on his own and letting us know. But we live in a day and age that, there's so many things to talk about on this, where you really don't know the truth. You can fact check, and even some of the fact checking is wrong. Like, some of the major outlets had information about Jamie Foxx's story that was wrong. And I just seen so much about KeKe's story that I don't know what's what, but at this point that I'm recording, it sounds like she's still with her baby daddy, but they may have some type of drama involved with them. But I do feel like KeKe is a very dramatic person. She's an actress. I don't know if this is like a total put on, but who knows? She might want to keep the theatrics going to stay in the headlines as a new mom, and kind of milk this, a pun intended, maybe not, as milk this as far as she can take it. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I don't really see her as that type of person to, use the public in that way, to just kind of use her dramatic chops to pull one over on us to stay relevant. I don't really see her as being that person, but I can't, and no one can really put anything past anyone, especially if you feel like you're at a point where you might feel like you're less relevant. You might have to do more things, or you might see that your situation as an opportunity to, be very relevant. There's so many moms out here, and first-time moms. I mean, that's a very relevant and trending topic and issue. So she may be trying to use that to her advantage as well. And some people say it's a way to do it where you're not actually lying, you're not actually, being fake, but it's still kind of a put on or a show, but not. A little bit in between reality and not real, like maybe a reality show. I don't know. Some people like to skirt that line, especially in the entertainment world, as to, is this real? Is this true? What can I do to stay in the headlines? And then there's also times where I do feel news outlets are grasping for news, and a lot of fake news has come out. Not to use Donald Trump saying, but definitely hashtag fake news. There's so much fake news, especially this day and time. I don't know what's what. I'll say more in the entertainment and celebrity world. I'm hoping the real, true, hard news is not mistreated the way this entertainment celebrity news has been. But with Jamie Foxx's story, someone that was pretty serious for people to kind of tamper with that story. Still don't know where all of that, all that fake news came from concerning his story. If anybody knows, email me, cbiztv@yahoo.com. That's cbiztv@yahoo.com. And we're going to get out of that fake news, that controversy, because it's hard for us as creators at times when we're trying to talk about different stories, and then we get like 3, 4, 5 different accounts of what's going on, and like what is true and what is real. Are we in the matrix? I don't know. That type of thing. But my focus really was to do a little comparison between KeKe and RiRi. I feel that there is similar situations, except for Rihanna's now on her second baby. I don't think she's pregnant again yet. Yeah, I think she just recently had her second baby not very long ago. And I do want to give a shout out to Serena Williams, who's also just had her second baby. And she is in a happy marriage with her husband. His name escapes me, but I know he has something to do with Reddit. Yes, it's a baby month. I know a lot of people on my Facebook feed, people that I know in real life that are having babies. My cousin had a baby back in June. Like from June through August, it's been like a lot of babies happening. So it's a beautiful thing. The stork has come, but no, actually, Jesus has dropped these babies into our world, and we are blessed to have these new little lives in the world, and what they will be and what they will do for our future, because everyone has a purpose. But you see how I'm going all over the place. Anyway, let's go back to RiRi and KeKe. Very similar situations as far as both having baby daddies, both being quite successful at what they do. But the way that RiRi's handling herself versus the way KeKe is handling herself is a little different, of course. We do see RiRi wearing some sexy mom clothes or maternity clothes, but we also and often see ASAP with her, and even at times where she's rocking those sexy clothes. We don't see her acting somewhat inappropriate with any other gentleman in the area. Even her Super Bowl performance was very classy. She was not wearing any super sexy skinny clad outfits or anything like that. She was being a second time mom and revealing that she's a mom. But these are two both amazing women of color, talented, beautiful. They have a lot of similarities, but I just feel like they're handling their motherhood differently. They both are in a situation where they have baby daddies. They're not married, so that also is an element there. But Rihanna's on her second baby, and ASAP looks really happy, and he's right by her side. And it looks like it's working out well. Also, Rihanna is worth billions of dollars, which not too many people in the world can say that they're worth billions, but she is. Of course, KeKe's doing very well for herself, but I'm pretty sure she's not worth billions. And her partner is not in the spotlight like ASAP is in the spotlight with Rihanna. So there are some differences between their situation. But, it kind of shows you a little bit how the baby mama drama, the baby daddy drama can go either way. When you end up or you decide or you choose a lifestyle being a baby mama or baby daddy, things can go a lot of different ways. And their life is just an example. We've seen it. We know, a lot of us know firsthand baby mamas and baby daddies. It's not a thing that is foreign or new. It's been forever, but to just be able to see their relationship in the public eye, I could just kind of see a few things and, of course, a few differences, but tons of similarities. Which is just like you never know how things are going to go. Again, we always talk about faith, love, and trends. We got a little bit of love and trends in this segment and in this section. And if I throw a little faith in there, some people might say, well, it's best to get married before you start a family. Maybe you won't go through all these things. Maybe you won't in the beginning. We know that there's a high divorce rate in this world. and all of that. And a lot of people do not want to get married at this date and time. That's the times that we live in. I still feel like marriage is a secure place to be, more secure than not. Uh, I don't feel bad for these two mothers because they're both very successful. Whatever happens in their relationships, I know they're going to take care of their children, and their children are going to live a good life. But I do kind of feel bad for possibly them if things don't work out in their relationships. I mean, when I look at ASAP and Rihanna, I feel like that's a little more solid, especially since they have two kids together. They kind of have a track record. They've been together for a minute. KeKe and her boyfriend, not as much. Her boyfriend's also not celebrity. Though I hear some of those non-celebrity relationships work out better when one is a celebrity and one isn't, because at least both of them are in the spotlight. I feel it's more pressure when both are in the spotlight. But I feel like the world has kind of looked at RiRi and ASAP and they're just like loving their relationship and rooting for them. And it's a feel-good situation. And I just don't feel like it's going to be a lot of people trying to get in the middle of that and try to break that up. But, I'm sure people are shooting their shot to ASAP and going in his DMs. I'm sure people are still doing that. But all in all, when we look at the two of them, they look like a great couple. I feel like they're going to make it through the long haul, and I hope that they do. But seeing what's going on with KeKe and her boyfriend, and KeKe, I feel like she's just being a little rebellious, and she's saying moms can do this, and I got my body back, and I'm just gonna do, like, her body was never gone, but after you have your baby, some women can feel insecure about their bodies, or they can feel happy that their bodies are still looking good or great, and maybe that's what she wanted to do. I think she has a connection with Usher. They've done things in the past together. I don't know if they've ever dated. I definitely think it was an attention grabbing and attention getting moment. But the fact that her man is like appearing to be upset at this action is obviously something that he was not prepared for, and she probably did not plan what she did, her interaction with Usher, but who knows? Then they have the video out together, which they obviously did plan. So are they trying to milk this situation for what it's worth? At this point, I could say KeKe is doing a little milking, and so is Usher. Usher, definitely he wants to stay relevant. As he's gotten older, he's up there. He's trying to get into legendary R&B status as he grows older. So it's like a lot of people can benefit from that story with KeKe, her boyfriend. And I heard that he cheated on her and that she was done with him. I don't know where all this information is coming from. I think I saw that on YouTube, but it's just like, what's true, what's not true? Where do we go to fact check? And now I'm looking at stories saying that they're not broken up. And so I'm getting quite confused as to what's going on. If I was the boyfriend, I probably wouldn't break up with her that easily. Like, because she did some type of public stunt that was too sexy, it's a public stunt. It's not something she did behind closed doors. If you really want to cheat on somebody for real, you're not going to do it publicly in front of everybody. I really felt like that was a stunt versus a cheating situation. But I would feel some type of way if my partner did that in the public eye and in front of everybody. I would feel disrespected, especially as a man. I'm thinking on the man's side that I would feel disrespected in that situation. But seeing that you're with somebody that's highly dramatic, and she's done some different sexy things in the past with her music. It's not like she's been a complete Girl Scout her whole career, even though I don't think she's been too far out there, but she definitely hasn't been Miss Innocent throughout her career. So it may be part of her personality. It may be part of her just also trying to stay relevant and just, mix it up. Not saying I would do it, not saying this is a cool thing to do, but that may be the situation. But it says some of the headlines are now just saying it's complicated. And it is, because I don't really understand what's going on with them as a couple and the back and forths. And the media may just be messing with this a little bit more than what it really is and making it a bigger drama than what it really is. And just giving KeKe and Usher all this attention, so they're like, I'm making a song. It's just a circle of everything. But I just wanted to juxtapose, which is one of my favorite words, compare the two, the RiRi and the KeKe, and how it can have two very different outcomes with two very similar situations, but the outcomes can be different. It all depends on the people, the situation, and I also think the level of financial security is really high on RiRi's side, and ASAP, he has his own thing going too. When you look at KeKe, her man may feel like he's in the shadows. He may not be as financially, of course, have as much as she has financially, because she has such a long career in entertainment. So it's just so many different elements to this, and to love, and to relationships, and to it's complicated. And sometimes it's complicated, but sometimes it's worth working out those complications. It depends. I never, especially when I was younger, if it started to get complicated, I would be gone. But at this point in my life, if I found a complicated situation and the person was worth trying to figure it out, trying to work it out, then sometimes you have to go through some of it's complicated to find your space, to find your person. It's something that at the end of the day, you have to really care and be committed to that person to see if you can make it work. So it is what it is. You can be through it. It's complicated younger in life, but at that point, when you're younger, you have more options. You can say goodbye. I say if you're in it's complicated situation, try to work it out. Do your best to work it out. Even if you're younger and you can move on, if you can, do your best to work it out, because that person may be the one for you, and they may be worth the complications, because the next person may not even be worth the last relationship or the complicated one, and that may end very quickly, and that person may not be your one. So just mixing up with a little bit of everything with my thoughts on the situation. And I'm just hoping that you guys connect with the content and everything I'm talking about. I'd love to hear your comments, your feedback on the KeKe versus RiRi. What are your thoughts on these two relationships and how they compare and contrast? And again, you can always email me, fact check me, tell me, hey, your info's off. Please do email me at cbiztv@yahoo.com. That's cbiztv@yahoo.com. Thanks so much for hanging out. And whatever happens, I wish these families the best. I wish these new babies the best in their family life, because babies and kids need solid families to grow and to be the best they could be, and to have high self-esteem and confidence and do great things. They need a great family environment. So I'm praying for these babies as well in this whole situation. All right, guys, faith, love, and trends. This is Irene. You can also check us out on our podcast anytime. Listen in, cbiztvmedia.com. That's cbiztvmedia.com. Thank you, and God bless.
The Friday Hype on LICMC Radio.
Jericho.